Hello everyone, Marvel Jojo back at it again. I'm doing another what I eat in a day video. Real quick before I get started, I just want to say that 77.8% of you aren't subscribed. So if you want to click subscribe, like, and everything like that, if you enjoy this video, I'd very much appreciate it. We're almost at 1,000. We just got like 150 or 160 odd subs or something like that left to go, and oh god, we're almost there. We're getting there. I'd really appreciate it. So I've got a couple videos lined up for us again, as per usual. And again, I haven't watched them yet. I haven't seen any of them, so we're going to be watching them for the first time together. And as per usual, I have to mention, don't be a dickhead to anyone featured in the video, alright? It's just for fun at the end of the day. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so our first one here. Let's flipping go, mate. Come on.
What I eat in a day is a disgusting fat person who is very hungover after a birthday. So I did actually have some toast.
Toast around 8:30, nap, and then McDonald's veggie dippers at 3 PM. Okay, what was on the toast though? Was it just a slice of toast? Because that's pretty sad. Even for a hangover, like I'd feel fucking hungry in the morning. Not gonna lie.
When I first woke up, then I fell asleep and I had a Mackey's.
Veggie dippers is kind of crazy as well. I know obviously there are some people who are vegetarian, but you know, I don't know. I haven't tried them. Hopefully they're alright. So veggie dippers and chips at 3 PM. Okay. So far from what I'm noticing, there's like zero protein. It's pretty much just fat and carbs as per usual. I don't know what's in the drink either.
I have some toast when I first woke up, then I fell asleep and I had a Mackey.
It looked like it's just struggling to get it down, so I'm guessing that's a milkshake right there. So yeah, carbs, sugar, fat, not zero grams of protein pretty much so far. There's probably like been like 5-10 grams of protein so far.
And then
4 mouthfuls of cake. There's 2 cakes in there. So is that basically like a whole cake? Because if I'm being honest, I could down this whole cake in like fucking 2 or 3 mouthfuls, if I'm being completely honest, but you know, that's just me.
Had a few mouthfuls of this cake, but it wasn't as nice as I thought it was going to be.
Another snack, oh my god, can you imagine 5 pretzels? Yeah, just like I said, it's just been fat and carbs so far.
And then I had a handful of pretzels later on, and then I slept for like...
And what was that? Was that milk?
And then I slept for
yeah, looks like it.
5 or 6 hours. So then when I got back up, I
had Domino's vegan chicken nuggets and half a vegan pizza. Damn. I mean, I don't know about like kind of vegan pizzas or chicken nuggets or anything. I don't know whether there's much protein in it, not gonna lie to you. I'm not really equipped to talk about like vegan vegetarian shit, if I'm being honest, so I'm not gonna make an absolute like authoritative stance about it. You know, don't, at the end of the day, I'm not a fucking nutritionist or whatever, so don't come at me if I don't have the exact details on hand about how much protein is in like vegan pizza or whatever, because I genuinely don't know, but I'm guessing probably not as much as like a normal kind of pizza, and chicken nuggets probably not as much protein as like just meat chicken nuggets and stuff. Generally, I know a lot of vegan food has come quite far nowadays. Obviously you can get very high protein vegan food, but I think in general even the high protein vegan food generally doesn't have as much protein as like the original kind of meat version, if that makes sense.
ordered Domino's. I had some of the chicken nuggets.
Again, I'm not going to talk authoritatively on it. I'm not a fucking doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. Not anything like that. It's just something I've kind of observed when I've looked at packets of stuff.
And then about half of a vegan pizza. So while I'm here, I just want to say thank you for 2,000 followers. And also...
And to the lads, I don't want your quote-unquote advice. And I don't give a fuck if you think I'm disgusting. I mean, I don't think you're disgusting. I don't think anyone's disgusting. You're not disgusting just because someone's overweight or whatever. That's, you know, a bit harsh to say that. But I generally think, you know, you probably should take some people's advice if you're a bit overweight and your diet's like shockingly shit. Because at the end of the day, we all want to live as long as possible, right? So if you're eating shit like this every single day, just eating snacks and like very high calorie food and not getting much protein or nutrition, stuff like that, you're just eating fat and carbs and sugar every day, then yeah, you probably should listen to the people being like, yeah, chill out a little bit. Don't listen to the people who are like, oh, you're disgusting or anything like that, because, you know, fuck them, they're wankers at the end of the day. If someone's like, look, this is shockingly shit, you should probably do this instead, I'd probably listen.
To the lads, I'm not looking for your unwanted advice.
But the thing is, I say this all the time. Every single time someone posts a video, they're like, oh, I don't want anyone commenting or giving me any advice, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, you're going to get that shit anyway. You're going to get criticism, whether it be constructive or anything like that, because you posted that video online for people to see and people are going to comment on it. That's how it works. I'm going to get people in my comments say to me, oh, why the fuck are you talking about that? Or this person's not trying to lose weight. Why are you commenting on what they can eat or anything like that? And to that I say, because they posted it online, I can criticize it as much as I bloody well want, and they can criticize me as much as I bloody well want. There's a thing called freedom of speech. If you put yourself out there, people are going to have opinions on things. And you can't force people to not have opinions on things. That's not how it works. I had a comment like that the other day, actually. I kind of saw, I had a notification pop up and someone was like, oh, these people clearly aren't trying to lose weight, so why are you commenting on what they can eat or drink? Like, literally no one asked you. And I'm just like, damn, chill out, first of all. Again, repeat point A, they posted it online. It's fair game for criticism. If you don't want people to criticize what you're posting online, don't post online. You have to be a bit thick-skinned when it comes to content creation and stuff like that. You can't just live in some echo chamber and expect no one to come through and then be like, okay, I don't agree with this, because that's going to happen. But anyway, we're going to finish this one up. See, there's only like 6 seconds left.
Peace, and I don't give a fuck if you think I'm disgusting, so okay, bye.
Well, yeah, it's cool if you don't give a fuck, because at the end of the day, you can choose to ignore it, that's fine, but don't get in a tiff. I'm not specifically saying it just to this person, but don't get in a tiff about when people come to your page and they say things you might not necessarily want them to say, because it's going to happen. It's inevitable when you post yourself online. But anyway, let's get into the next one before I waffle too much. Right, so we've got our next one lined up here. I've preemptively kind of muted it because I think there's like copyright music or something. Sounds like it could be some sort of like Mario or Nintendo based music, and you know what Nintendo are like with their copyright and stuff like that. They just strike you down as soon as they hear one little syllable. It's like, oh, okay. Even if you're doing like a little let's play of it, they'll be like, oh no, you're not allowed to play our game. What's that? You've got Pokemon featured on your page. Fucking how dare you? Anyway, let's get into this video. Realistically, waiting today as a fat girl with a U and how many, like 5 fucking L's. Nice. Okay. Cocoa Puffs. Wow, that's a lot. Is that a bowl or a cup? I can't tell whether that's like a cup or like a bowl or something, but that seems like a lot. It's piled to the top, to the brink. Jesus. A full cup of water and hot Cheeto Puffs. Damn, they're huge. Jesus, they're huge. They are big. I mean, that cereal was probably easily 500 calories. Okay, more water. You know, always drink your water, guys. 3 Sour Patch Kids. What is in like just 3 individual ones, or like a whole bag? And 4 Cheetos. Yeah, I'm guessing it's just 3 and 4 individual ones. You know, good on you for portioning it out a little bit, but I think that whole kind of bowl of cereal, and I don't know if she ate all of those ones that are in the baggie earlier, but those ones would have undone it. But you know, fair plays to you if you kind of portion it up a little bit, and if you want to have some Cheetos or some whatever they were before, fucking Jelly Babies or whatever, then yeah, portioning it to a couple, not a bad idea. Right. Hot Cheeto A, apparently. A little bit of Doritos. How much is a little bit? Is it like, again, like 3 or 4? Okay, but one thing I will say is, as per usual, so far there's been like no protein or any proper like nutritious food. It has just so far been sugar, fat, carbs. Nothing particularly filling, satiating, nothing particularly nutritious or anything like that. It's not even like good kind of carbs, not even good kind of fats, not even good kind of sugars, you know, or whatever. A little bit of Doritos. Okay, that's good. I think that, yeah, it looks like fried chicken. Obviously, better if you have like a chicken breast or even breaded chicken's better than having like a fried chicken. But I mean, that's not bad though. That's not bad. It's a pretty decent looking bowl. You know, I could scran, could. It's nice. Okay. Cool. And some water again. That's good. Actually, is that fried? Actually, I'm not sure if it is. No, it's not actually. I don't think it is. It just looked fried because of how like brown it is. But no, it's actually just like chicken breast, probably like a well-seasoned marinated chicken breast. I take that back. That's fucking good then. All right. Yeah. That's even better then. I rate that. My bad. Okay, that's good. But yeah, that last one, as per usual, pretty much like 99% fat, sugar, and carbs. Not much going on. The last meal was pretty good. I mistakenly thought it was fried chicken, but no, it wasn't. It's just like chicken breast, like a marinated or well-seasoned bit of chicken breast, which is brilliant. Some rice as well. Can't go wrong with that. You know, I wish the rest of the day kind of looked like that, then that would be brilliant. But obviously, that bowl of cereal and just eating those like potato chip crisps type things all day, it's just, you know, just nothing there. Because I've said it multiple times and I'll say it again, it just makes you feel hungry again in like 20 minutes. You eat like a bag of crisps, you eat some cereal, you just feel starving because there's not much there. It's literally just carbohydrates and fats and stuff. And when you want to eat to feel satiated, it's generally best to have more protein or even like vegetables, fruit, stuff like that, because you can eat a lot of vegetables and a lot of fruit and it will be very low calorie. And protein, you know, while it's not as low calorie as fruit and veg, obviously, it's generally more satiating because of how like packed and fucking dense that shit is and stuff like that. You know, how much nutrients is in there as well. Protein is naturally just very filling in general. But yeah, anyways, let's move on to the next one before I rant a bit too much again, because, you know, your boy, he loves a rant. He really fucking does. Right, we've got another one lined up here. What I eat in a day as a fat person who's not trying to lose weight. Again, you know how I feel about when people say as a fat person not trying to lose weight. I think everyone should be striving to at least be a decently healthy weight. I'm not saying you have to be a bodybuilder or a fucking or a marathon runner or anything like that, but at the end of the day, everyone should be at a good healthy weight because we want to live as long as possible for the people around us and for ourselves. We don't want to be getting all sorts of diseases, disabilities and stuff like that because of our lifestyle choices, because trust me, it is not fun. But anyway, let's get into it before I rant again.
Hey besties, this is what I eat in a day as a fat person who doesn't care and spend their whole life worrying about losing weight. What I am...
Okay, first of all, you don't have to worry about losing weight if you keep it off. If you lose weight initially, you know, you can keep it off very easily if you maintain what you have. If you make better choices along the lines, you have a good lifestyle change once you've lost that initial weight, then you won't have to worry about losing weight for the rest of your life, like she said. So that's not a good kind of thing to use against weight loss, because you don't have to worry about losing the weight if you've already lost it. You keep it off. You get what I mean? And I know you can say, oh, I don't have to worry about keeping it off either. Keeping it off's easy. Seriously. Keeping it off is easy. If you get used to eating a certain way, it's actually not that bad at all. Like, it's actually hard to put on weight unless you're eating a shit ton of food, genuinely. for example, now I'm going back to eating at maintenance calories again because I'm trying to do like a recomp kind of thing. I've already lost a load of initial weight. I'm getting a little bit skinny fat because I haven't been able to put on so much muscle mass during the cut and everything like that. So I'm trying to recomposition myself. I've actually fucking struggled to meet my calorie goals just eating like healthy kind of whole foods and stuff like that. To say, oh, I don't want to worry about losing weight for the rest of my life, trust me, once you keep it off, it's actually very hard to put it back on unless you're eating like cakes and shit and like pancakes like this every single day. Then it's very hard to put it back on again.
Focused on, however, is not eating out as much. If you've been following me for a long time, you know I DoorDash.
Yeah, definitely. I would recommend for anyone, regardless of, you know, diet or whatever, just don't eat out as much. Like, it's just expensive. I know a lot of, in America especially, I know a lot of Americans live off of fucking like DoorDash and stuff like that. I've seen it everywhere. A lot of people, they don't know how to cook. They genuinely have no fucking clue how to cook. I am not a chef. I'm not amazing at cooking, but I can definitely cook if I need to. You know, and I'm fortunate to still live with my family, so I don't have to cook all the time and stuff like that, but I can if I need to. But so many people just fucking can't, or just can't be bothered.
Or go out to eat like every single meal, so I need to stop that. So we're trying to get that 100%. Going. I made some pancakes this morning just because I realized I had some Bisquick, so I was proud of myself for that.
Okay, I don't know what a Bisquick is. I might have to look that up quickly. Oh, Bisquick's literally the pancakes that she was eating. Okay, not gonna lie, I thought it was something else. I thought it was like these. I don't know if you have something like these in America, but I thought it was something like these. When she said Bisquick, I thought WIEIAD. I do fucking love WIEIAD, but you know, WIEIAD is something that goes quite well with fruit and stuff. You can put like fruit and yogurt and stuff on top of WIEIAD. It's like having oats with yogurt, so it's not too bad. But anyway, let's get back into it.
For not DoorDashing McDonald's.
It's good, don't DoorDash McDonald's, but I definitely would say this breakfast isn't very nutritious again. It's just carbs, sugar, and fat.
It's not that I don't know how to cook, it's that I just don't feel like it. My dad...
Yeah, that's the thing. Obviously not everyone, like I said, a lot of Americans don't know how to cook and they order DoorDash. It's a fact. I've seen it a lot everywhere. A lot of people I've seen admit to it and everything, but some people just can't be bothered, and that's a problem as well.
As a chef, for crying out loud. Getting coffee out though is not a problem because I have my Nespresso and it literally scratches the itch.
I mean, that's good. Definitely I would say coffee is one of the number one, like, just absolute money spaffers out there. People spaff so much fucking money out the wall just ordering coffees and stuff. So I've never said spaff in like ages, so it seems a bit oops. Yeah, so many people just absolutely piss up money off the wall ordering coffees and stuff. So 100% a coffee machine is a lot better than going out fucking buying one every single day. You know, you save so much money. But I mean, this looks like pretty much 90% milk rather than a coffee. You can't really call that a coffee in my opinion. It's just sugar water or sugar milk.
I feel like it. My dad was a chef, for crying out loud. Getting coffee out though is not a problem because I have my Nespresso and it literally scratches the itch so well that I don't even want Starbucks. I know, that's crazy, right? I should be a Nespresso spokesperson. It has saved me about $1,000 and I'm not even...
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I was saying, it genuinely saves so much money to, you know, make your own coffees and stop eating out and stuff like
exaggerating. Anywho, here's my pancakes with some syrup.
Okay, at least it's not a shit ton of syrup and it's only a bit on the side, but you know, syrup can be very high calorie and stuff like that. But again, I'm not against anyone eating things like this as long as it's not all the time on a daily basis, because it's very, very high calorie and not very nutritious.
I don't like syrup on my pancakes. I like to dip it. That's a little bit weird thing about.
But you know what? As much as people might be like, oh, that's weird, you're probably using less syrup than a lot of other people by doing that. So that is not necessarily a bad thing.
Me, but whatever. I only ate 3 of them because I let my body tell me when I'm full.
You let your body tell you when you're full? I mean, I don't know about you, but I would not get full for 3 fucking pancakes, so I don't know about that.
Next I'm eating...
But, you know, again, they're high calorie, so even if she didn't finish all of them, it's still ridiculously high calorie.
Whataburger because I was craving it, and just because...
Whataburger. Now, I've never had Whataburger before. I don't know what it's like, but I'm assuming it's like any old burger place. A lot of just very high calorie, a lot of very high fat, deep fried shit and everything like that.
If I'm trying not to spend money eating out, doesn't mean if I'm...
Oh yeah, I just noticed she said, I'm trying not to spend money eating out. Literally, next meal goes and eats out.
I'm gonna not get food. For example, today I was doing a lot of errands, and so I didn't want to go all the way home, so I just went to Whataburger.
But the thing is, right, I know, like, if you're out and about, oh, I don't really want to go all the way home and cook food or whatever, just go to like a supermarket and buy a sandwich or something, you know, buy a fucking Tesco meal deal, buy like a pot of pasta or something, like, I don't know. Obviously they don't have Tesco over there, but you know what I mean, like, you can make better choices when you're out and about. You don't have to order like fast food, McDonald's, stuff like that. You can just pop into a supermarket, find a fresh sandwich or something like that, and fucking bring that in the car with you. Buy a fucking low-calorie snack or whatever shit. It doesn't have to be a big greasy burger.
A tangent here real quick. There are a lot of really sad people in this world that don't understand that everybody's genetic makeup is...
Oh, here we go. Everyone's genetic makeup is different. Yeah, but everyone puts on weight if they eat a certain way. It has nothing to do with genetic makeup. I mean, that is a cope. I've been overweight my whole life. I've been overweight for about 20 plus years. I'm 25 years old. And I've lost it and I've kept it off so far. I'm still a little bit chubby because, like I said, I'm a bit skinny fat. Got a lot of subcutaneous fat, or however you say it. But I've gotten rid of most of my visceral fat. But it is cope to say, oh, everyone's genetic makeup's different. Not everyone's the same, blah, blah, blah. We know not everyone's the same. But at the end of the day, everyone's going to put on weight if they eat shit food every day.
Different. Some people that are bigger, it is outside of their control.
Yeah, some people are bigger as in like height, and maybe they're a little bit wider due to like bone structure, but no one's naturally fatter than another person. That's just not how it works. You are not born obese. That's just not how it fucking works. Yes, there are some people who put on weight easier. Maybe they've got thyroid issues, maybe they've got all sorts of I don't know, hormonal issues or some shit. Maybe they've got a certain disability, maybe they've got what's it called, Cushing's or something like that. But it is kind of cope to say, oh, you know, genetic makeup's so different. Oh, it's not what I'm eating, that's the problem. It's outside of my control, blah, blah, blah. It's not outside your control. I can guarantee you, if you started eating right, you would lose weight. And then you can't use that as an excuse anymore.
Some people have thyroid issues.
Yeah, like I said, some people have thyroid issues, but that doesn't mean that you can't lose weight or stay at a good weight. It makes it harder for sure. 100%, no one's doubting that. Having thyroid issues and stuff like that makes weight loss way harder, but it's not impossible.
Some people have PCOS.
Again, PCOS is something that can't be helped, but doesn't make it impossible. It makes it harder, not impossible.
Shut your gosh darn mouth.
No, I will not.
You would not be making the comments about what people eat if the person was skinny.
Well, it depends how skinny they are. If they're like ridiculously skinny, I probably fucking would. I'll probably be like, bruv, you need to eat more.
I promise.
And also, if someone's in like a generally just normal shape, you're right, I probably wouldn't make that comment. Why? Because they're not obese. You know, so I'm not going to be concerned about a person who's like an average weight. I'm really not. I know some people are going to say, oh, just because you're an average weight doesn't mean you're healthy. Yeah, you're probably right. But definitely someone who's an average weight, I can tell is healthier than someone who's obese. I don't think that's controversial to say at all. I think that's kind of just standard. Like, it's kind of like saying someone with one leg is going to be worse at walking than someone with two legs. Like, everyone knows that, right? It's just how it works.
Well, go away, you suck. And I mean that. I'm allowed to have whatever, that's it. And
yeah, you are allowed to have it, but when people make comments, again, it's like I said, you are going to get criticism online. So just take it or leave it.
Anyways, then I chugged a whole thing of water because I drink a lot of water throughout the day. Look at my big cup from Simple Water. Having a big cup like that really does make me drink more.
Which is good because everyone should drink more water. I'm a bit shit at drinking water nowadays. I try to, but generally the only time I drink a lot of water is when I'm in the gym. I know, I'm lethal like that.
And then for dinner, I made $1 million pasta, $1 million spaghetti, whatever. It's a...
Okay. Just pasta and meatballs with some sauce in it. You know, again, depending on portion sizes, it can be obviously not great, but you have like a smaller like handful of a portion with some fucking shit ton of like lettuce or something, then that could be quite satiating and not ridiculously high calorie. But if you're having like half of that or even a quarter of it, that's quite a lot of cows.
The nausea thing, but I was meal prepping for the week mostly because.
Oh, that's good. That's alright.
Apparently, I don't know how to cook for one, but I had a lot of gross stuff today.
I mean, sure, you know how to cook for one, but I mean that's enough calories for like 5, right there, just in one serving.
I didn't feel good, so I wanted to have some vegetables, you know.
So that's
I just
good.
pulled some butter noodles to the side.
Oh, that's not good. I thought that was that there, but no, she's having extra pasta on the side with some veg.
Because why are they so good? And then ate a whole bag of broccoli. Again.
A whole bag of broccoli, that's good. Get your vegetables in because they're satiating and not high calorie.
F off. I'm allowed to eat whatever I want to. Ooh.
Yeah, sure, you are allowed to eat whatever you want to, but you're posting it online for people to watch, so don't get so triggered when people are saying you need to calm down on your calories a little bit there.
It makes me so mad. I never make these videos because of that.
Don't make them then. Yeah, I mean, that solves it, right? People are going to comment on it, so either don't make them or just accept the fact you're going to get people saying that. Again, I don't want to sound like a dick. I don't want to sound like I'm going in on this girl, because I mean, I'm sure she's a pretty decent person. I'm sure she's an alright person. She's not horrible. She might be nice, but it does kind of annoy me when people say things like this. Oh, stop fucking commenting on what I'm eating, even though I'm posting online for people to watch. You know, oh, I don't make these videos because people are commenting on it. Cool, alright. You just don't make them then, or keep making them and fuck what everyone else says.
But anyways, here's me drinking another water because hydrate until you dehydrate. The motto I live by, really. But then my mom.
Jesus, that's a fuck ton of cheese. I mean, when she was putting it on, I was looking at it like, well, that's a lot, but fucking hell, once it's all melted, damn, that's like a good fucking, that's like a bulker's dream right there.
$1 spaghetti was finished, didn't it?
Well, like 1,000,000 calorie spaghetti, am I right? Fuck's sake.
Beautiful. It literally tastes so good. It's like I put crack in it or something. Like, I know I don't. Yeah, I watch myself make, but it's so good for no reason. But yeah, I'm not going to eat a singular carrot and a slice of apple. Who needs nutrients?
Who needs nutrients
to live, whatever way that may be?
Who needs nutrients to live? More like fucking everything ever. Alright? I'm not going to eat a single apple and carrot. Don't then. Eat it with food, you know?
I would so much rather be fat and happy than someone who...
Yeah, again, fat and happy I feel like it's a bit of a cope.
...has a sad life that always puts others down even though they know nothing about them.
I mean, yeah, they might not know nothing about you, but you are posting shit online for people to watch, so they're getting to know a little bit more about you and the way you eat, and they're commenting on it and being like, yeah, this is probably not ideal. That's just how it works. You know, come for me all you want, but that's just how it fucking works. You can't post things online and in public and stuff like that and expect people not to comment on it. I mean, that's just how it is. You have to just take it or leave it or don't do it. You know, that was probably one of the longest ones I've talked about. There was a lot to talk about in that one. That was actually a pretty decent one. Gave me a lot to say. Not pretty decent in the way, in the stuff that she ate. The stuff that she ate, again, very low protein, very high calorie, very fat, sugar, carby, and stuff like that, etc, etc. Not very filling, not the greatest what I eat in a day. Again, as per usual, very high calorie, not much going on, very pointless, and a lot of the points she was talking about I don't agree with at all. It seems like this video has turned into a mixture of what I eat in a day and a fat acceptance TikTok reaction by the looks of it. But yeah, I completely disagree with a lot of that stuff. And also I disagree with a lot of the food choices and stuff like that. I would preferably prioritize leaner sources of protein and more vegetables, less carbs, less high sugary and fatty foods, and etc. But anyway, I think we got one more before I go for the day, so let's check that one out before I rant too much. Alright, so we got another one here. This is the final one for today, so let's get cracking and see if there been any improvements.
Oh, this is what a fat girl eats in a day.
We've got a UK themed one. Way, let's go.
Breakfast had a gingerbread latte from Costa and a cinnamon
Gingerbread latte from Costa.
bun. This was actually so...
Cinnamon bun. For breakfast, again, not the best breakfast. I don't know how many calories it's generally in like a cinnamon latte. I assume it's probably not as bad as like the previous girl's drink where it's like 90% milk. It's probably just, you know, coffee with a little bit of milk on top with some spices or whatever to shit in it. So it's probably not awful calorie wise, that drink. It depends if you put sugar and stuff in it as well, which, you know, I preferably wouldn't. I think sugar in things like coffee makes it stickingly of, I can't think of the fucking word. Makes it a bit sickly, a bit too sweet. That's what I was trying to say. And, you know, cinnamon bun, I do love a cinnamon bun, but, you know, again, not the best thing to be starting off your morning with. Personally, you know, high sugary foods, high carby, high sugary foods starting off your day, you know, it gives you an insulin spike, stuff like that, and it makes you hungry throughout the rest of the day because you're going to crave sugar and fast food and just generally stuff in that kind of category a lot more throughout the day. You're not going to want to prioritize, you know, actual filling foods and stuff like that because you're like, oh, sugar kind of shit, you know. It's like that one System of Down song.
I feel like a warm gingerbread latte is what I needed this morning, you know. I needed it to fuel me. And
Fair
the cinnamon bun was absolutely...
That does look pretty decent though, to be fair. I fucking love a cinnamon bun, honestly. I remember they had some in like Little Bakery. Oh, fuck. I used to get them all the time, like last year. I've said before, when I first started losing weight, I could eat like 3,500 calories a day or some shit like that, and I was losing weight. So I was just eating all sorts of shit food even then, which is, again, not ideal, but when you're overweight, you can kind of afford to get away with it a little bit because you're so big that you require a lot of calories to eat a day, so you can get away with eating some shit food here and there.
Banging. And I was heading into London, so at the train station I grabbed myself a Fanta grape and one of these
Fanta grape. I think those are 0 sugar, which is good.
And do you know what? I love grape flavoured things. They should make more grape flavoured things.
I like grape flavoured things as well. I agree. Oh,
yeah,
a pint.
Right, I was outside some adult juice. Yeah, it was pineapple
Oh, is that cider?
flavour. Gorge. This is the biggest.
I do love like a cider or a beer or stuff like that, but beers and ciders, fucking hell, like a pint is probably like 200-300 calories at least. 100%. It's crazy. So when you're out on a night out and you're drinking, even if you're not eating, you're still piling on the calories. It's like, fuck me. People absolutely underestimate liquid calories, especially when it comes to alcohol. Pretty much any kind of alcohol you have is pretty high calorie. But like beers and ciders and stuff like that are probably quite up there along with cocktails and shit. Oh, and like a Baileys or something. I do love a Baileys, but it's got like cream and stuff in it, so it's very high calorie. And this chips and sandwich, it looks pretty good, not gonna lie. It looks pretty nice. It doesn't look like awful kind of portion size. It looks a bit kind of reasonable, but of course, you know, the chips are probably more likely fried of some sort, so it's probably quite high calorie. But it doesn't look awful. It doesn't look awful.
Scam I've ever heard of in my bloody life. £10 for a roll, and do you know what's inside of it?
£10 for that is fucking ridiculous, though.
Bloody tomato and a piece of lettuce.
Just tomato and lettuce. I mean, it's cutting down on the calories. I mean, fair enough. But no, paying £10 for that, I'd be fucking livid as well. I don't blame her. Shit. That's a rip-off, mate. I thought that was going to be like fucking, I don't know, like 3-4 quid. I wouldn't pay for that. Fuck that.
It's in a roll. And I got back from the event, and in the hotel room I had some Thai sweet chili chicken.
I've never had those McCoys, but I used to love fucking McCoys, like what are they called? I can't remember what they're called.
Sweet chili chicken crisps. Oh my.
But yeah, I do love those Silent McCoy's crisps. I used to have like the beef ones back in the day, like all the time when I was a fat kid. Oh, they were fucking good. But yeah, again, it's the same as the usual. There hasn't been like any protein today at all, which isn't great.
And in the hotel room I had some Thai sweet chili chicken crisps. Oh my god, banging. That's why it's today. Follow me for more.
Okay, so that last one there, again, it's like I literally just said a few seconds ago. It's not very satiating, not very nutritious. It's just carbs, fat, sugar and stuff like that again. Yeah, that last one wasn't the greatest in terms of nutrition and stuff like that. The portion sizes weren't ridiculously off whack, they weren't insane, but again, the type of stuff she's eating, not very filling, not very nutritious, not much protein, just carbs, fat, sugar, and that type of stuff. You know, again, no hate to anyone in these videos. being overweight and stuff like that doesn't make you any less of a person, doesn't make you a bad person or anything like that. I just disagree with the lifestyle, and I do think there are changes that should be made to live a longer, healthier, more satisfying and happier life. But yeah, I think that's it for the video today. Make sure to put, if they got like a sandwich emoji, put like a sandwich emoji or something if they've got one in the comments if you've watched it all the way through. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe and everything like that, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully get one going within the next few days or so. So yeah, take care of yourselves everyone, and see you later.